What's going on, everyone? Real Sales Talk family. I hope you all have had a fantastic week. Hey, so sorry that it's taken me to Friday to get Tech Talk 006 out to you, but nonetheless, it is getting into your hands now, and I've got two really hot resources to recommend to you. Let me just mention two things before I jump into Tech Talk 6. The first one is, if you missed Anthony Iannarino's talk with Real Sales Talk, Henry and I, last Sunday, you've got to go check it out. You can do it on YouTube. You can do it on iTunes Podcasts, as well as almost any other podcast platform out there. It was really, really incredible. He came on to talk about his book, The Only Sales Guide You'll Ever Need. And it was fantastic. And be looking out for this next Sunday's talk with sales great legend Tom Hopkins. It's going to be fantastic. He's going to talk about the definitive guide to closing the sale. So really excited about this one. I was shocked when I reached out and Tom said, "Yeah, I'd love to come on the show." So great lesson in just asking for the sale, quote unquote, because you never know, they might say yes. All right, so let's dive into Tech Talk 6. Hey, I hope you all are enjoying this sort of midweek talk roundup of tools and tips and articles that we all find valuable, that we think will be valuable to the Real Sales Talk audience. So let's jump in. First one I want to talk about is from a friend of mine, Phil Keene from Octave.com. And let me share my screen with you first. And this topic is what separates top sales performers, right? Everyone's asked that question. When you look at the greatest, I like basketball, I like to watch basketball. So when you look at the greatest basketball players, Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Curry, what makes them different from all of the other players? There's a formula that you see in these top performers, and it's the same thing in sales. So I want to walk through this article that Phil Keene wrote and was published on Sales Hacker. What separates top sales performers? So Phil talks about the first thing, which is they work as a team and get deals done. Can you think of one championship that was won by Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, all by themselves? No. Now, they may have shot the winning shot, but it took a team to get to that championship series and to win that final game. So working as a team, really, really key. They do things when they say they will. This is Jordan. All of the great basketball players have been. It's been well documented that they are up earlier than the rest of their team, and they're at the gym, they're at the court shooting free throws when everyone leaves. They decide that they're going to put in the extra work, and they do it. They follow through. The same thing with salespeople. If you say you're going to do something, you follow through and you do it. It's what makes a consummate sales professional. If you're going to follow up with some information to a customer, do it. If you're going to get something taken care of for a coworker, do it. If you're going to come in early because that's the only time that a trial lead can meet, follow through and don't let sleep and staying up late the night before get the best of you. Do what you say you're going to do. All right. They are brutally honest from the very beginning. And I like this quote here from Richard Harris that says, "Be so brutally honest that they thank you and then ask for more." Being honest means saying things that may not be popular, but you know it's best. You know what's best. You identify a problem and you present a solution because you know it's going to help that customer, potential customer, whatever it is. Okay, so the last one is they build relationships for the long term. And I incredibly believe in this. This is important because you're not just in it to make the initial sale. You're in it to get the second sale, the third add-on, the fourth add-on, the fifth add-on, the sixth, and so on. It's not just that initial sale. If you sell someone, you high pressure sell someone, you very likely could burn a bridge, and then it will prevent you from going back to that new customer and upselling them or asking for a referral or referrals. So build a relationship for the long term. Don't do things that are in your short-term best interest. Look out for the best interest of that customer. And by nature of doing that, you will be looking out for that long-term relationship. Okay, so check that out. That's the link is in the profile notes, the show notes of this particular episode. And would love to hear what your thoughts are about that. Okay, the second one, it's a really cool story, actually. So I was in, let me just switch back to the web camera here. All right, so I was in San Francisco back in July for a sales conference called Sales 2.0. And one of the companies that was at the show that was sponsoring it and had pointed up some money to be there was a company called Conversica. Now, if you haven't heard of Conversica, this is a really cool software that integrates artificial intelligence into lead follow-up. This could be brand new leads. This could be leads from an event like Sales 2.0 or some sort of conference. This could be expired leads or expired trials. And what Conversica will do is it's essentially an artificial intelligence sales assistant that follows up with these leads and follows up and follows up. And if someone replies, the artificial intelligence sales assistant can actually read what that response is and respond accordingly. And so here is a really interesting interaction with me. And they actually put my name into an artificial intelligence sales assistant. And actually, it didn't dawn on me until several months after I had been corresponding with Rachel, is her name. So let me share my screen with you. I want to show you the email chain that I had with Rachel Brooks. Okay, so you can see here, this is August 1st. This is not long after the Sales 2.0 conference. And Rachel says, "Hi, Sean, I hope you're doing well. I'm checking in with you to see if you'd like to receive some information about our artificial intelligent lead engagement software. Would you be interested in hearing about how we can help? Best regards, Rachel Brooks, sales assistant." The ironic thing is that this is artificial intelligent sales assistant reaching out to me. I didn't even realize it. They got me. All right, so I respond that day with, "Hi, Rachel. You can follow up with me in October. I'll likely be in position to have a conversation then." All right, so let me go to, let's skip forward to October. Let me go to that email. Sure enough, October 10th, Rachel reaches out again. "Hi, Sean, you mentioned you might be interested around now. Is this a good time? Looking forward to hearing from you." I responded a couple of days later with, "Yes, send me an email to my work email address and we can nail down a time." Okay, so I actually didn't prepare this, but I think I can get this taken care of here. Hopefully I can find this. No, it's not coming up. Let me see if I search. So I have her, I have her send me. Okay, so you know what it was? It wasn't Rachel. Once I responded like that, an actual business development rep reaches out to me and says, "Hi, Sean. Thanks." Okay, so yeah, that's not it. I should have prepared this portion here. Let's see if it's here. Yes, Mohammed was the business development rep. So, "Hi, Sean. My assistant Rachel mentioned you'd like to set up a time for a demo. I went ahead and listed a few days times below. Simply select the time that works best for you, and the invite will be sent over." Okay, so that same day, Mohammed gets an alert from the artificial intelligence sales assistant named Rachel and informs Mohammed that I responded to her and that I'd like to meet. Mohammed sends me an email, and then not long after that, I think that same day, I get also a phone call from Mohammed as well. So I ended up meeting with an account executive, and we ended up having a demo about it. And so the story is, artificial intelligence is actually taking over to help expedite the sales process. Now, I see this talked about a lot from other sales thought leaders and people asking questions about, is artificial intelligence going to take over the sales rep? And I think at least the answer right this very moment is no. It's going to help implement and aid, speed that sales process up, just like what Rachel did with me. She reached out to me, she sent me a few emails, and when I didn't respond, she sent me another one. When I finally replied with a follow-up with me in October, sure enough, the whole process was automated. She sent me an email and said, hey, you asked for me to reach out to you now. Ever had that problem as a sales rep where someone asks you to follow up with them and then you just completely space it? Happened to me today. I'm looking back at my notes and someone says, hey, follow up with me in 3 weeks, and it's actually been 3 months. So this is a really cool software. It's called Conversica, and you can find them out at conversica.com. It's a really, really interesting software to help speed up that sales process and let artificial intelligence reach out and engage with new leads, expired leads, referrals. You could, the team actually works with you to develop the scenarios and the responses so that the artificial intelligence knows what to say and how to respond and what objective you want out of that. So if you haven't taken a look at Conversica, I'd highly recommend it. Really great software. That, my real sales talk friends, is TechTalk 006. Don't forget, this Sunday, October, I think it's 23rd, we're going to have the sales legend who essentially wrote the book. He literally wrote the sales book, How to Master the Art of Selling, Tom Hopkins. So join us this Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, and we're going to jam and think of some questions that you want to ask. The topic of Tom Hopkins and Real Sales Talk is going to be the definitive guide to closing the sale. So think of some questions about closing a sale, and we'll see you this Sunday. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode.